Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering Gentle. He made his first appearance in New X-Men Volume 2, issue number 23, that was released in April 2006. His real name is Nezno Ebidemi, occasionally going by the nickname Nez, and he's a Wakandan mutant that approximately stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighs around 180 pounds, although his true height and weight are variable. And he naturally has gray eyes, although they glow blue when he's empowered, while also sporting a bald head and very unique vibranium tattoos. Now, Gentle has the mutant ability to vastly increase his muscle density and size, as well as his strength and durability, being able to lift well over 100 tons, as well as easily battle against Sentinel robots and powerful Predator X creatures. It's also understood that although his strength is approximately the same as Colossus, that at his potential maximum, his strength should be able to rival that of the Hulk. With it also being noted that his base level strength gradually gets stronger every time he uses his powers, which means that we're looking at a being that could potentially over time have limitless strength. His durability was also displayed as being vast by being able to accept point-blank shots from weapons, optic blasts from Cyclops, laser beams, and physical blows from vastly powerful beings. The only drawback to his power is that he does not have unlimited stamina, and he can't hold his vastly powerful form for an extended period of time, with this being known to give him seizures that could potentially be fatal. His transformations were also accompanied with pain and the relatively large quirk that he lost his sense of touch from everyone except for one person. Now, just to be clear, later in life, Jean Grey would determine that most of his weaknesses were psychological in nature, and she would go on to heal him of these weaknesses. Now, long ago, Nez was born in Wakanda to a Wakandan mother and a Russian outsider father, giving him a mixed heritage and lukewarm reception from his fellow Wakandans. This even including his own mother. But as he grew and his mutant powers emerged, people wouldn't judge him because of his mutation, but because of his mixed heritage and the obvious fact that his power was out of control, posing not only a health risk to himself, but to others. At times growing drastically in size and strength, all while suffering seizures, which clearly makes for dangerous circumstances. The Wakandan shaman would decide to use an ancient technique for alleviating seizures and tremors, using raw vibranium metal tattoos applied to the skin to absorb some of the massive energies he'd produce in the tremors. This process was meant to be temporary, but due to his mutation and his denser skin, the vibranium paint would be drawn into his body, even within the muscles, becoming a permanent fixture on Nez that would limit his strength. It would eventually be recommended by the Wakandan queen, who was Storm at the time, for King T'Challa to send Nez to the X-Men to study and train in the use of his powers at Xavier's Institute for Higher Learning, where she would also be his mentor. When Nez got to the school, he would feel the touch of a human for the first time since he developed his powers, when he passed Cicely Kincaid, aka Mercury, in the hallways, and she put her hand on his shoulder, marking a significant and pleasant aberration in his life. However, Nez would find many of the students there distracting and chaotic in their nature, and this would lead him to taking up meditation during his free time, learning how to temper his emotions and powers, actually becoming a bit of a pacifist, which led to his codename Gentle. Gentle would also go on to be one of the very few beings to keep his powers after the M-Day event. Working alongside Emma Frost and the New X-Men for a time, he would be an extremely powerful ally for the X-Men throughout the coming adventures, despite being reluctant to fully power up and only using it as a last resort. Notably being one of the very few that could take on major threats like Sentinels and Predator X all by himself. Subsequent to these battles and the X-Men temporarily being disbanded, Gentle would try to revisit his home Wakanda, hoping that his people would have changed and now accept him. Yet, although he didn't still fully feel accepted, he would get the opportunity to meet his well-known little half-brother, M'Baku, and would assist in defeating the Shadow King and saving Wakanda and the X-Men. This would, however, teach Gentle that his true friends were in America, wanting to return to the X-Men who always accepted him, even despite his standoffishness. From here, he would go on to have many different adventures, joining Jean Grey's School for Higher Learning and eventually becoming a powerful part of the X-Men Red Team. This also being the period of time where Jean would heal his psychological wounds, which removed his physical weaknesses. Now, Gentle could potentially be an unrestrained beast of a superhero, playing a key role in the battle against the reality-warping X-Man, and eventually becoming an upstanding and protector citizen of the mutant nation of Krakoa, all while still having his natural, gentle nature. Now, for his powers and abilities, and his influence on the Marvel Universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Gentle a rating of 8, which is an unforgettable rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.